In this video, we're going to go over the hip pain muscle and how to release it for instant pain relief. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Dr. Rowe coming to you from SpineCare in St. Joseph, Michigan. In this video, we're going to go over what I like to call the hip pain muscle, which would be the three muscles that comprise the glutes. When the glutes become weak and tight, they can cause a lot of issues, including strain, pain, and aches throughout the lower back, hips, even down into the legs. So to make getting relief easy, I'm going to break the video up into two separate parts. In the first part, we're going to focus on muscle releases to get rid of tightness and give quick relief. In the second part, we're then going to focus on strengthening these muscles for long-lasting relief. Both parts work just a little bit differently. To get the best results, go through all the exercises, use what works best for you. With that being said, let's get started. So if you're dealing with a lot of hip pain and tightness right now, this is the exercise that I would start with. I call this one the 3-point glute release. It's going to be 3 separate movements that can offer quick relief. To get into position, we're going to lie flat on our back in bed or on a floor. The first movement is a variation of what we call the happy baby. So we're going to bend our knees, put our legs together, take our hands and arms, and then cradle around our knees. Let's pull our knees towards our chest until we feel a really good stretch form in the glutes, right here over the hips. Once you feel that, you're then going to passively pull a little bit more so it feels like your tailbone and your butt are lifting a little bit off of the bed or the floor. So next, what we're going to do is rock our hips side to side just like this. So it kind of is like a nice happy baby getting rocked back and forth. But build into this as much as you can. Really try to lower those knees down towards the side. When you do this, you're probably going to find that one certain movement just really hits that point of pain or tightness the best. Like for me, when I go towards the left, I really feel it stretch in the right hip. Remember that and build into that movement as much as you can until it feels like it's letting up or you're not getting any more improvement. But try to do this for about 15 to 20 seconds. You can relax and then repeat this a couple more times. Again, focus on any movement or any spot that just hits that tightness a little bit more. So the next part of this exercise, what we're going to do is straighten one leg. Doesn't matter which side you start off with because we're going to do this on both. But what I'm going to do is take my foot and put it over the other side's knee. So it should look just like this. What we want to do is keep our foot flat. We're going to take the hand on the other side, grip right on the outside of our knee. Now you're just going to pull your knee across your body like this, focusing on feeling a really good deep stretch right here on the outside of your thigh that works towards your hips into the glutes. This one right here hits the glute medius, which is one of the biggest instigator, probably the biggest instigator of hip pain and tightness. So keep pulling over until you feel a really good stretch right here over the outside of that hip. Hold this one comfortably for 20 to 30 seconds. You're going to relax, and then you're going to repeat this 2 to 3 times. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. And then again, when you're done on one side, switch to the other just to keep everything in balance. So if you would like to get a deeper stretch, you can do what is called the corkscrew, and this one's going to hit the lower back also. So this time around, have your knee pointed right up towards the ceiling. Have your knee bent roughly at about 90 degrees. Take your hand, grip outside the knee, and now pull it across the body. What you want to focus on feeling is that stretch on the outside of your thigh, work towards the hip right here, but pull over just a little bit more until you feel it in the lower back. This one too, if your lower back is locked up, you might get a satisfying self-pop, crack, or release, but don't try to force it. Just feel that really good deep stretch and then hold that 20 to 30 seconds. Repeat a couple times on both sides. So the last movement, we're going to keep this leg straight right here. We're going to bend our knee. We're going to cup right in front of it like this. And now we're going to pull our knee towards the other side shoulder, straight across the body, kind of diagonally. When you do this one, it's going to feel a little bit different. I usually feel it right here at the bottom of my cheek, more towards the bottom portion of my hip. You want to hold this one again for 20 to 30 seconds, relax, and then repeat this one a couple times on both sides. But go through all of these movements. You're probably going to find that one just offers the most relief. At that point, throw more repetitions in. Here's a really easy hip muscle release exercise that you can do right in a chair. So you can do this one at work, in class. You could probably even do this during a flight. To get into position, what we're going to do is start with very good upright posture. Have your back as straight as possible. Whatever side that you're having the most amount of pain, let's say it's your right side, take that side's ankle and place over your other side's knee. So when you look down, it should look like a figure 4. I know a lot of people with hip pain and tightness, this is not going to be the easiest position to get into. So to make it easier, straighten your other leg like this, put your ankle over the other side's shin, grab your pant leg right here or in front of the shin, and then slide it up into position. But if you do have a lot of hip tightness, already in this position, you should feel a really good stretch right here on the outside of your hip. If that's the case, let gravity do all of the hard work. Just try to be in this position for an extended period of time, 30 seconds upward towards a minute. If you need to release it, just slowly pull up on your knee like this. But what we want to do is take this to the next level, engage some more muscles and get some more relief. So what I'm going to do is cup around my bent knee just like this, and then pull my knee towards the other side's shoulder, just nice and slowly. As you do this, you're going to feel a really good stretch form right here on the outside of your thigh that works down towards the hip. Once you feel that deep but comfortable stretch, you're then going to hold this for 20 to 30 seconds. From there, release it and then repeat this a couple more times. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. And I do recommend doing this on both sides just to keep everything nice and loose. So the next movement is actually going to focus a little bit more on strengthening these muscles, and it's going to target a muscle called the piriformis, which can cause not only a lot of hip pain, but a lot of sciatic-like symptoms going down the back of your thigh. So this time around, what we're going to do is just let gravity take our leg weight until we feel that gentle stretch right here in the hip. But let's try to build into this one just a little bit more. What you're going to do with this bent knee is press it down towards the floor. Don't use your hands, only use your leg strength. Keep pressing that down until you feel a really good activation of those muscles around the hip. From there, you're going to hold this for 5 seconds, you're going to relax, and then repeat this 5 to 10 times. Again, with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. Afterwards, see how you feel. If you have a little bit more energy and this is really helping out, you're more than welcome to throw more repetitions in. But go through all of these movements. If one is helping you out a little bit more, at that point, throw more repetitions in, and just make sure to do this on both sides. So let's turn our attention towards strengthening the muscles that help support the hip for long-lasting pain relief. This first one is called a wall glide. What we need is a smooth wall. Start off with your whole backside flush against the wall with the painful side on top. Support your head with your hand just like this. This bottom leg, we're going to bend our knee and press our foot into the wall for support. The top leg is going to be straight at the knee, and we're going to gently press our heel into the wall. What we want to do is just slowly raise our heel and our foot right here upward towards the ceiling. So it's kind of gliding up. The more that you go up, the more that you're going to feel the muscles around the hips start to fire. I pretty much feel it in my groin, across the pelvis, thighs, and also in the hip. Once you feel it in the hips, you're going to hold this for a second or two, and then you're going to slowly come back down, resisting against your leg weight. So we're going to resist going up, and we're also going to resist going down. Hits the muscles just a little bit differently. But try to do this one nice and slowly for about 10 repetitions. And with each repetition, challenge yourself to go up just a little bit more. And afterwards, see how you feel. If it feels like you have a little bit more energy, you're more than welcome to throw in another set or two. To take this one to the next level, what we can do is add in hip rotation, which will help give us more pain-free range of motion. So what we're going to do is raise our foot up like this, but as we raise it up, we're going to turn our foot outward as much as we can. This can become very challenging, so build into it. You're going to hold this one, and then you're going to come back down, but as you come back down, turn your foot inward like this. So we're focusing on external rotation and then also internal rotation of the hip. Progress into that one when you are ready. But to make this one even more challenging, what you can do is slide away from the wall so you don't have the support of it. So give that one a try too. Just remember, whatever you do on one side, you want to switch towards the other side and repeat to keep everything in balance. Here's a really easy strengthening exercise that you can do right in bed or on a floor. It's called the clamshell bridge. Just lie flat on your back like this. What we're going to do is start off by taking our feet and then pressing them together, just nice and gently. From there, we're going to take our knees, bend them, and then wing them down towards the floor as much as we can until we feel a really good stretch form on the inner part of our thighs that goes towards the groin into the hips. Really make sure that you feel it in the hips. Once you feel that, we're then going to brace our core muscles. It's kind of like when somebody pokes you in your stomach, how you tense up. Mimic that and hold it during this exercise. It will help protect the spine. We're also going to squeeze the glutes. Your hands, you can put them on your hips. I like to put them off to my side for support. What you want to do then is slowly lift your hips and pelvis upward towards the ceiling until your body is in a nice straight line from your knees to your hips to your shoulders. I know a lot of people will have pain or not enough strength to be able to get into this position. Like you can only go up a little bit. Do the best you can. Hopefully over time you will gain strength and flexibility to get in this position. But in this position you're going to feel a ton of muscles start to fire. The core, the back, the glutes, and also right here on the front of your legs. These would be the hip flexors, a big instigator of hip pain. Hold this comfortably for about 5 seconds and then relax. Take a breather. On the next repetition, build into it by winging your knees further downward towards the floor. But try to do this for about 10 to 15 repetitions. And with each repetition, again, try to build into it as much as you can. Afterwards, see how you feel. If you have a little bit more energy and this is really helping out, you can throw in another set or two. If the exercises help, please support the channel by giving this video a like and maybe subscribing too. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.